Hello viewers, I welcome you all again. Today we are not going to discuss anything about GST or Customs Act. Today we are going to discuss section 194Q of the Income Tax Act. A new section 194Q TDS on the purchase of goods is introduced with effect from 1st of July 2020. Now cover this entire topic for your understanding through case studies and FAQs. I've divided this into four parts. First, we will understand case studies on the basis of what applicability of TDS, when TDS is applicable, who is required to deduct this TDS, and what are the conditions. First part. Second part, interplay between TDS under 194Q and the TCS under 206C1N. Which tax is applicable? That we will understand. Third part, it will be the case study for the date of deduction when the deductor is required to deduct TDS. And fourth part, it will be the compliances, interest and late. Correct? So please try to understand. Section 194Q is introduced in Income Tax Act with effect from 1st of July 2021. In the middle of the financial year, they have introduced Section 194Q of the IT. What is this? To whom it is applicable? Who is required to deduct this? Everything we will understand through case studies. Study 1. Who is responsible to deduct and pay TDS under the Income Tax Act? Say, for example, this is a purchaser, private limited company. I am a seller. Correct. Now, this company purchased goods for 80 lakhs from me in the financial year 21-22. Say this. Goods of rupees 80 lakh. Now, as per section 194Q of Income Tax Act, this purchaser of the goods, he is required to deduct my TDS at the rate of 0.1% if he is liable to make me payment above rupees 50 lakh. If he is liable to make me payment aggregate exceeding rupees 50 lakh. Correct? So now, out of 50 lakh, up to 50 lakh, he would not deduct anything. Okay, see, up to 50 lakh, there is no TDS. Only above 50 lakh, what is the rate? 0.1%. So I had purchased of 80, I had sold of 80 lakh. He was liable to pay me 80 lakh, up to 50 lakh, no TDS. On balance 30 lakh, he will deduct 0.1% TDS, 3,000 rupees. And this he will pay to the government on my behalf. And then he will remit me only the balance amount of 79,97,000. So this is the first condition. When the TDS is applicable, when the purchaser is liable to make payment to the seller exceeding rupees 50 lakh, and TDS is applicable only on the amount exceeding rupees 50. Correct? So you got 1 point when the purchaser is liable to deduct TDS. Now let us understand second point. Are all the taxpayer required to deduct TDS? This 194Q, is it applicable to all? बस 50 लाख के ऊपर हुआ तो बस TDS कट करना है? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं. It is not that way. There won't be any additional compliance work. Listen carefully. TDS is to be deducted. It is applicable only to the taxpayer whose gross receipts or turnover exceed rupees 10 crore in the preceding financial. So the company's turnover, if it exceed rupees 10 crore and it is making me payment above rupees 50 lakh, then only the company will deduct my TDS at the rate of 0.1%. So there are two conditions here. Section 194Q, it is applicable only to the taxpayer whose total sales, gross receipts in the preceding year is exceeding rupees 10 crore. And second, payment to be made to the seller exceed rupees 50 lakh. Correct? Both the condition must be satisfied. Then only TDS at the rate of 0.1% is applicable. Else not. Else applicable. So small taxpayer, do not worry. This is applicable only to the large taxpayer, additional compliance. Correct? Now let us understand through case study. Many queries must be there. See, company is a purchaser. Turnover of the company in preceding year is only rupees 8. Now this is a seller. Company made purchases of rupees 60 lakh. So company has to pay how much? 60 lakh rupees. On what amount? The company purchaser shall deduct TDS at the rate of 0.1%. See, point number one. 194Q, it is applicable only if the total sales or gross receipts of the purchaser exceed rupees 10 crore in the preceding year. What is the turnover of the purchaser? Only 8 crore. Then, hence in this case, the purchaser shall not be liable to deduct TDS in financial year 21-20. No TDS. Okay, so since the turnover is below 10 crore, no TDS. Second case study. See this. This is a purchaser. Turnover is 50 crore. What is the turnover in the preceding year? 50 crore, about 10 crore. Now, this purchaser purchased from HUF, some seller of rupees 30 lakh. Correct, in financial year 21-20. From second seller, say me, it purchased goods, say for rupees 40 lakh in financial year 21-20. From third seller, say it purchased goods for rupees 35 lakh in financial year 21-22. My query is whether the purchaser shall deduct TDS under 194Q as total purchases from all the sellers exceed rupees 50 lakh. But if you count individually, per seller it is below 50 lakh. Will TDS be applicable? Listen carefully. TDS is to be deducted. ये जो 50 lakh की limit है, it is applicable for each supplier. The limit of rupees 50 lakh, it is applicable for each supplier. Since in this case, the company made purchase from 3 separate suppliers. All are below 50 lakh. The company is not going to deduct TDS of any of the suppliers. Yeah, so if supplier ka purchase from each supplier, from the particular supplier, if it exceeds 50 lakh, then only TDS is applicable. Else it is not. Correct. Next case study. TDS on supply of services. Now this is a company. It took services from me. Say I'm a chartered accountant. I give services to this company, 1 crore rupees. Services. Whether the purchaser shall deduct TDS, it is above 50 lakh, and assume turnover of the company is about 10 crore. Will TDS be applicable? Listen. TDS at the rate of 0.1% is applicable only on the purchase of goods. Goods pay. In the given case, what I have supplied? Services. Hence, in this case, TDS is not applicable. So this is good news. At least on services, this new section is not there. It is applicable additional compliance burden only on purchase of goods. Clear? Next case study. TDS on supply of capital goods. Will TDS be applicable on this? Please listen. Now this is a company purchaser. I am a seller. The company purchased capital goods from me for 1 crore. This time it is capital goods. Whether TDS under 194Q is applicable, will it deduct my TDS? Will it deduct my TDS? Please listen. Section 194Q is not making any distinction between normal goods or between capital goods. So in this case, since I have supplied goods, which include capital goods, the purchaser shall deduct TDS at the rate of 0.1%. But only on the value exceeding 50 lakh. 1 crore है तो 50 lakh तक no TDS. Above 50 lakh, 0.1% TDS applicable. So TDS will be applicable. Clear? Now see, important case studies in FAQ. Further FAQs in case study. Point number 1. Now this is a complicated case study. Please listen carefully. A purchaser. Its turnover in the preceding year is 25 crore. Now this is a seller. Purchases from this particular seller for the period 1st April to 30th Jan prior to this section was 13. See this. Okay. Purchases from July 2021 onward, when this 194Q is introduced, is 40 lakh. So if you add, total is rupees 70 lakh. Now please tell me, on what amount the purchaser shall be liable to deduct TDS? कौन सा amount पे आएगा? Please listen. As per 194Q, purchaser shall deduct TDS only if the payment to be made exceeds aggregate of the value of rupees 50 lakh rupees. 50 lakh के ऊपर ही है. So in the given case, how much did the company purchase? 70 lakh. Up to 50 lakh, no TDS. No TDS. So about 50 lakh, that means only on 20 lakh, the company shall deduct 0.1% TDS. Okay, so TDS applicable hoga, but only on 20 lakhs. Clear? Second case study. Please listen. Again, the company's turnover is 20 crore, about 10 crore in the preceding. Now, from this particular supplier, prior to July, company purchased 70 lakh. But you know what happened after July? When this new section was introduced, company has not made any purchase. So total is 70 lakh. But after July, there are no purchases. Now tell me, whether 194Q shall be applicable or it won't be applicable. Please listen. Section 194 is introduced from which date, sir? 1st of July 2021. So TDS is to be deducted only if the goods are purchased after 1st July 2021. Kitna purchase kiya? Zero. After July, from 1st July, there are no purchases. So even if it is exceeding 50 lakh, since there are no purchase after July, the company shall not be required to deduct TDS, irrespective whether company makes payment after 1st July. Purchase hona chahiye. So there won't be any TDS in this. So thank God there are some clarification given here properly. Third case. Now listen, company's turnover in the preceding year is 30. From this particular supplier, prior to July, company made purchase of 0, nil. And after July, company made purchase of 20 lakh. So 20 lakh ka to hai sir. Total is 20 lakh. After July, there is 20 lakh. Now tell me, whether TDS shall be applicable under 194Q or not. Now this is a simple case study. 194Q, I agree it is introduced from 1st July. But when? When only when the aggregate of the payment exceed rupees 50 lakh, then only it is applicable. So aggregate how much? How much it is there in the financial year 21-22? Only 20 lakh, below 50 lakh. And even in this case, the company shall not be required to deduct TDS. Purchaser won't deduct. Yeah, now comes the complicated case study. I want answer. Try on your own. Turnover of the company is 8 crore. Now purchase from April to June is 60 lakh. 60 lakh. Purchase from July is 20 lakh. So total is 80 lakh. Will TDS be applicable? Up to 50 to 80. Will TDS be applicable? If you have seen carefully, 194Q is applicable only if the turnover of the purchaser is about 10 crore in the preceding year. What is the turnover of the company? Only 8 crore. So even in this case, in spite, irrespective of the fact that the purchase is about 50 lakh, since the turnover is below 10 crore, the purchaser shall not deduct TDS. Clear? No TDS. Now next case. Most important. Most important. Listen. The purchaser. Turnover is 25 crore. So first condition satisfied. From this particular supplier, company made purchase of 70 lakh. But this is from below prior to July. So no, don't worry, no TDS prior to July. After July, the company made purchase of 25 lakhs. If you carefully see, total is 95 lakhs. Now, on what amount TDS shall be applicable? On plain reading, everyone will say up to 50 lakh, no TDS. 95 minus 50, 45 lakh, deduct 0.1%. This comes to plain reading. But please listen what happened. I agree, since the payment exceeds 50 lakh, the purchaser is required to deduct TDS. I agree. But on what amount? Purchaser shall be liable to deduct TDS only for the goods purchased or payment made after 1st July. 1st July के बाद अगर कुछ goods खरीदे हैं तो ही ये TDS applicable है sir. Whatever purchase you have made prior to July, sir, there is no TDS, zero TDS. So in this case, up to 1st July, company had made purchase of 70 lakh. उस पे TDS आएगा, उस पे TDS नहीं आएगा. After 1st July, it is 25 lakh. Hence, TDS shall be applicable at the rate of 0.1% only on 25 lakh. So this is the confusion. This is the biggest confusion. So please try to understand whatever purchases you are making prior to July, on that TDS won't be applicable. If it is 70 lakh, 1 crore, 10 crore, whatever, no TDS. Whatever purchase you have made after 1st July, only on that amount TDS is applicable. Okay, clear? Now in this case, I have written only for goods purchased or payment made. Payment means advances. Then only this comes. Clear? Next case. Now this is a simple one. Company turnover is 18 crore. Condition 1 is satisfied. From this seller, company made purchase of 1 crore after 1st July. Very good. GST is 18 lakh. So total invoice value is 1.18 crore. Now please tell me on what amount purchaser is liable to deduct TDS. Whether it will deduct only on net amount of 1 crore or on gross value, including invoice value 1.18 crore. See, as per my view, it is advisable to deduct TDS inclusive of GST. So deduct TDS on total invoice value of 1.18. It will be easy calculation. Why? Why? See, there is one clarification given by department recently where it has said that TDS is applicable on net amount, excluding GST. But I will advise you for financial year 21-20, please deduct TDS of inclusive of GST. Why? Because you have made certain purchase prior to July, right? Your certain purchase after July. How will you do it? How will you do the calculation? It will become difficult. So from the next financial year, April 22, you can deduct on net. So for the current financial, it is my view, my suggestion, deduct TDS on gross. Okay, next case study. See, TDS, now the interplay part, TDS to be deducted by buyer or TCS to be collected by seller. Very, very important. Very, very important. Listen carefully. Say I'm a purchaser. Sorry, the company is a purchaser. Turnover is only 5 crore in the 2020. This is a seller. Turnover is how much? I will tell you. See, purchase after 1st July is 60 lakh. The company's turnover is below 10 crore. The purchase is after 1st July is 60 lakh rupees. The turnover of the seller is 18. So the buyer's turnover is below 10 crore, but the seller's turnover is above 10 crore. Now tell me, whether purchaser shall deduct TDS under 194Q. Total sales is below 10 crore of the company, right? So as per 194Q, the purchaser shall not deduct TDS. 194Q is not applicable. But do you remember TCS? हाँ, एक साल पहले TCS था 206C1H. However, as per section 206C1H, seller shall be required to collect TCS at the rate of 0.1% if his total sales, gross receipts exceed rupees 10 crore in the preceding year. So this seller, his turnover is exceeding 10 crore. It is 18 crore, correct? So the seller will collect TCS on the amount exceeding rupees 50 lakhs. So on 10 lakh rupees, seller shall collect TCS at the rate of 0.1%. So इस पे TCS आ जाएगा sir. Right? So buyer will not deduct TDS under 194Q. But since seller turnover is about 10 crore, the total sales value is about 50 lakh, the seller shall collect TCS at the rate of 0.1%. This is the first case study. Now second case study. See the interplay. Whether purchaser shall deduct TDS or whether supplier shall collect TCS. Please listen. Please listen. Many of you might be having this thing. See, the turnover of the company, the purchaser is 18 crore, about 10 crore. The company made purchase of 80 lakh after 1st July. So both the conditions of TDS 194Q are satisfied. But you know, the turnover of the seller was also 18. So this the condition of TCS is also satisfied. Now please tell me whether on the same transaction of 80 lakh, purchaser shall deduct TDS under 194Q or whether seller shall collect TCS or both will be applicable, TDS as well as TCS. What will happen? See, listen carefully. If purchaser is liable to deduct TDS, if the purchaser is liable to deduct TDS under 194Q, then seller is not required to collect TCS. Very, very, very important. If the purchaser is deducting TDS, please ask your seller not to collect TCS on it. Okay, so in the given case, since the turnover of the purchaser is about 10 crore, purchase are above 50 lakh, both the conditions satisfied, the company shall deduct TDS at the rate of 0.1%. The seller shall not collect this. So whosoever the taxpayer is, if you are listening, taxpayer, turnover, if it exceed rupee 10 crore and you are liable to make payment to the seller about 50 lakh, then please take an acknowledgement. I have something in writing from the seller that he shall not collect TCS because you are going to deduct TDS. So this additional work is going to happen. Please be very careful. There should not be double taxation. That's it. Now, TDS is to be deducted on purchase of the goods or on the date of payment. Time of supply in GST, right? Same in income tax. Listen, this is very important case study. Say this is a purchaser. Turnover is about 18 crore from this particular seller. Goods are purchased on 10th July. Payment is made on 4th September. Now tell me, one, the purchaser shall be liable to deduct TDS on date of purchase, that is 10th July, or when the company shall make payment 4th September, on which date the TDS shall be applicable. See, it is given in section 194Q that purchaser shall deduct TDS on the date of purchases or on the date of advance payment, whichever is earlier. Whichever is earlier. So if you are purchasing goods, either you deduct TDS on purchases or if you have made any advance payment, please deduct TDS on advance payment, provided both are after 1st, not prior to it. So in the given case, purchaser shall deduct TDS on 10th July when goods are. So TCS is separate. It is on collection. TDS is very simple. Deduct TDS on payment. Sorry, on purchases or payment, whichever is clear. So this will clear a few of your queries. Now next case. Goods purchased prior to 1st July, but payment made after 1st July. Very, very important. See, the company's turnover is 25 crore. From this seller, the company made purchases of 70 lakh. However, it made the payment after 15 July. Sorry, on 15 July. So the goods are purchased prior to 1st July, but the payment in relation to goods is happening after 1st July. Query comes, whether purchaser shall deduct TDS or TDS won't be applicable. What is your view? See, as just now I told you, purchaser shall deduct TDS on date of purchase or on payment, whichever is earlier, provided purchases are are after 1st July. In the given case, since the goods are purchased, पहले हो चुका time of supply prior to 1st July, purchaser shall not deduct TDS irrespective that the payment in relation to goods are happening after 1st July. So no need to deduct TDS in this. Yeah, कोई भी TDS का जरूरत नहीं. Is it okay, sir? चलिए next case study. Goods purchased after 1st July, but you have made the advance payment prior to 1st July. So this purchaser turnover was about 10 crore. To this particular seller made some purchases 70 lakh after July, but the payment was made in advance on 15th of May. Now tell me, whether purchaser shall be liable to deduct TDS or TDS will not be applicable. Same thing. Same thing. Purchaser shall deduct TDS on the date of purchase or on the date of advance payment, whichever is earlier. What is earlier? Advance payment. It was on 15th May, prior to 1st July. Hence again, no TDS applicable. Even in this case, no TDS is applicable. So please see the date. Either purchase or payment. Any of the two is prior to 1st July. No need to deduct TDS. Clear? Okay, now let us move to the case study due date and return filing. Please listen. What is the due date of the payment of this TDS? If I deduct your TDS under 194Q, when I will pay this to the government, sir? Please listen. Say this is a purchaser. Goods purchased of 1 crore on 10th of July. TDS deducted immediately on 10th of July, whichever is earlier, 10,000 rupees. Now, what is the due date for the payment of TDS to government? Deduct to kiya. But when the company shall pay to the government, that is important. When the purchaser is liable to pay, TDS so deducted shall be deposited with government by 7th day of the subsequent month. 7th of the subsequent month तक deposit करना है. So when did a company purchase or deduct TDS? 10th of July. So when it is required to pay to the government? By 7th of August 2020. So जो भी deduct करते हैं 7th of the subsequent month, just like TDS, all other section, we are required to pay to the government. Clear? Next point. TDS return to be filed after the payment of TDS. Now say this company purchaser, it purchased goods of 1 crore on 10th of July 20. TDS is deducted on 10th of July 20. Whether this purchaser company is required to file any TDS return, चलो deduct तो किया, deposit भी कर दिया government को, but whether it is required to file any TDS return, listen, the deductor are required to file TDS return on or before 31st of the next month following the end of the quarter. एक TDS return भरना है 31st of the next month following the end of the quarter. So TDS कब किया था? 10th of July. What is the quarter? July to September. Return of this quarter is to be filed by 31st of October 2020. TDS return भरना है. Okay, 24Q, 26Q will be applicable. Next case study, refund of TDS to the seller. Suppose I deduct your TDS. Isn't it loss of 0.1% to the seller? Whether the seller shall get refund of it. Let us see. See, the purchaser, it deducted TDS on 10th of July. Can the seller get the refund of TDS? Can the seller adjust this against income tax liability? Please listen. See, purchaser shall file TDS return on which date? 31st of the next month following the end of the quarter. So July to September, right? When the TDS return will be filed? 31st October 20. Correct. Now, as soon as the TDS return is filed, this TDS amount shall be auto-populated in the seller's Form 26AS. Form 26AS of the seller, this TDS credit shall be visible. You can check this. And the seller may adjust such TDS amount against his existing income tax liability. And if there are no income tax liability, then whatever TDS is there, he may claim refund. Pura refund bhi claim. So this 0.1% is not the loss of the seller. Don't worry. You are either going to get it refund or you can adjust against your existing income tax. Okay, some other important related case study, some other important activity. TDS for the import of the goods. Say this company, it imported goods of 2 crore from outside India, wow, 50. What is your view? Whether TDS under 194Q आएगा कि नहीं आएगा? Please listen. TDS under 194Q is to be deducted only if the supplier or the deductee is a resident of India. He should be resident having PAN card of India. In the given case, the goods are imported, hence no need to deduct TDS. No need to deduct TDS. Clear? So on import, there is no need to deduct TDS. Next case. What if PAN is not provided by the supplier? This is very, very important. Suppose the purchaser purchased goods for 1 crore from me. Now what happened? I don't have PAN. Or even if I have PAN, I'm not giving PAN card my number to the seller, purchase. Now what will happen? You know, how much TDS the deductor will deduct? What is the rate? The rate is higher. If the PAN is not available of the supplier, or if I have and I'm not submitting, then deduct shall deduct not 0.1%. The TDS rate is straight away 5%. They will deduct 5% and pay to the government. And since I have not provided my PAN, I will not get refund also of it. So now PAN is very important. So I request all of you to verify your PAN and link with your Aadhaar, else the PAN is not valid. So please do it, else this section is dangerous. 5% TDS. Okay. Now listen. What if TDS is not deducted by the purchaser? Not fault of the seller. The purchaser failed by mistake, accidentally, something happened, error. He failed to deduct TDS. What will happen? Now say this purchaser company, I am seller. He purchased goods for 1 crore rupees. Now what shall be the consequences for non-deduction of TDS? It was liable to deduct my TDS, right, on 1 crore. What if it does not deduct? See, if purchaser failed to deduct TDS, there would be disallowance of the purchase expenditure to the extent of 30% of the value of the transaction. 30% of the value of the transaction chala jayega. Purchaser failed to deduct TDS. So in the given case, goods were purchased of 1 crore. Uska 30%, 30 lakh shall be disallowed. TDS on security, shares, mutual fund, and electricity. This is also equally important. Say the company is a purchaser, it purchased electricity, some shares, mutual funds, commodity, stock, etc. from the market. The total price was say 1 crore. Whether the purchaser is required to deduct TDS on value exceeding rupees 50 lakh. You know what the answer is? See, finally the government has come out with a circular. CBDT is the circular number 13 oblique 21, where it is clarified that purchaser is not required to deduct TDS on such purchases, even though value exceeds 50 lakh rupees. So even though the purchase above 50 lakh for electricity, stock, shares, mutual fund, etc., please don't deduct TDS. So this was our entire topic. Please remember TDS is applicable only on the purchase of goods, but including capital goods. It is not applicable on services. There are two conditions which need to be satisfied. First, the turnover, gross receipts of the purchaser should be above rupees 10 crore in the preceding year. And second, the goods from the particular supplier, payment to be made aggregate exceed rupees 50 lakh from the period April 21 to March 22. Correct. Next, TDS is to be deducted on purchases or payment, whichever is earlier. If the goods are purchased prior to 1st July, but payment is happening after 1st July, no TDS is happening. Similarly, if the advance payment is made prior to 1st July, but goods are purchased after 1st July, no TDS. And finally, whatever TDS is deducted, it is to be deposited by 7th of the next month, and the purchaser, the deductor, is liable to file TDS return on 31st of the next month following the end of the month. So this was the entire topic of TDS 194Q. You have my email ID and mobile number on the screen. If you have any queries in relation to this topic or any queries in relation to GST, you can contact me. Stay tuned for more such update. Thank you so much, each and everyone. Goodbye. Take care.